Welcome to CMG video. Again, today another video on my BMW 120 diesel. If you look at my channel, I do have a few videos on this BMW, a Mini Cooper S, and Range Rover Sport. I'm doing this video today to help you out how to remove the servo unit. I'm not getting enough suction to open up the EGR valve and getting the error code 4501. I will guide you through and I'll show you how I determined that's the issue, and I'm going to show you. So this is going to be as detailed as possible. I have all the torque specs and the instructions how to remove this unit here, the brake unit and the servo unit, and I will show you where it is there, which is there. So if I have gone ahead and removed all the plastic trim there on top, you don't need me to show you that. I'm sure you guys know how to do that. So I'm going to pause this video quick now. I'm going to hook up the brake bleeder unit and show you the suction on there. Again, this video is just to help everybody out, and you know, I'm not a mechanic, so do as best as you can, and like and subscribe, and if you got any comments, post them below and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. So let me pause this video and I'll come back to you in a minute and I'll show you the details for the suction and, you know, what's happening. All right, here we go. So I've hooked up one of these brake bleed units, and you can see it's at 0 right now, and I hooked it up to the vacuum hose that connects to the module for the EGR valve. You can see it here. It's the first connection there from the top. So this goes through the engine, it connects back there, and then the servo unit hose there connects to it there on that side. So as you can see, it's at 0, and it's supposed to be between 600 and 700. So I'm going to start the car now and I'm going to show you what it's doing, and then I'm going to pull this hose here, the vacuum hose, and you'll see that it does have pull. I'll pull my finger on it. So let me start the car now. You can see it doesn't have enough pull, and it's steady there. It's jumping. Once it warms up, it's just there. So now, if I unplug this hose, let me just clean it up for a second. As you can see, I unplugged the hose. Now if I put my, sorry for the camera, so now if I put my finger on it, it's got vacuum, and you see the gauge. Let me focus that in. You see it? Off. So it's got enough suction, so the servo unit needs to be replaced. There's got to be a leak in there. And on the inside, I do notice a hissing sound every time you press the brake. So I think this unit's bad, and I'm going to show you how to replace that. Again, so if you see here, I pull, it's got suction. You can hear it. So I'll put it there, and you see right away. So now if I plug it in again, you see plugged in. You see it? There's not enough suction. So open up the EGR valve. Let me shut this off again. I know that the EGR valve is good because I've taken it out and I've cleaned it. I've taken out the manifold and I cleaned the manifold in the throttle body here. That's all cleaned. So there's no carbon buildup in there. And this, I've taken it out, cleaned it, and I've run a test on here, and it holds the pressure. So I know those are good. And so, you know, this is the vacuum line for the servo unit. So without further ado, I'm going to start taking this apart. The first thing you want to do is remove all the brake fluid from here. I'm not going to show you how to do that because it's common sense. I'm going to take a suction, something like this, and suck up all the oil so it doesn't spill, and then I'll go through the lines what needs to be removed. And I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, as you can see, I removed the tank, the brake fluid tank. It's real easy to do. And what you do is, see, here's the tank, and underneath there's a pin. And so all you got to do is just pull this pin out. I'm going to show you. So I get angle. You pull the pin out. See, the pin just slides out. It's just a pin. And then I took a little pick to pull the pin out, and then all you got to do with this is you got to lever it. See, it sits there, and pull it up. I spilled a little bit of brake fluid, but because when you suction it out, you're not going to get the whole thing. And what I'll do is I will put instructions. I have the BMW instructions here, and what I'll do is let me take a photo, and I'll put it within the video. Okay, and then I'm going to carry on to the next one. I'm going to remove some of the other, remove this, some of the tubes. I'm going to remove this, whatever this is, and then I'll show you how to take that out, and then I'll come back to you. Right, as you can see, I've taken the brake booster out, and this is real simple. It's only, I think it's a 13 nuts, one there, and then you just slightly pull it out. I've taken all the hydraulic lines, and these are not very tight. I think it's 11 mil. Yeah, you take an 11 mil socket and just put them to the side. What I would do is I would take a photo. And before you take anything out, just so you know where everything goes. So now this is, I need to remove this tube here. And pull it out. Let me show you the unit. So the unit is held in by 3 screws, one there, 2 there, and then the third one there. They're quite deep, so just be careful. Like I said, I've taken out the hoses, as you can see there, the other hose, and just take a photo just so you know where you are. So I'm going to go inside the car now. I'm going to loosen this because you have to loosen it, and let's see if I can get a video underneath. Okay, so I'm underneath the front passenger footwell, and I'm going to try to show you. I don't know how good the video is going to be. So you need to remove this plastic piece, and there's only 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, and then there's a little pop rivet, plastic pop rivet, just like that, to pull out on this side there. There's a pop rivet that goes there. So let me see if I can get underneath and show you, and I'll show you another sign that my booster was leaking. If you can see there, you see the oil. There's oil right there, and so that's another sign that this thing's not working correctly. All right, to take off that unit, there's only 2 screws there. There's one there, and then there's one. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can show you there. It's there. So there's only 2. They're 13 mil. And now to remove this from the brake pedal, there's a pin. I'm going to show you. So the pin comes, here's the pin here. The pin comes this way, and you have to remove this little adapter. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is a little adapter that goes in like this. If you just lift this little piece right here a little bit with a little pick, like that, it'll pop right out. So again, so I already unloosened that. And you can see now I'm just going to pull it out, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, as you can see, this is out, and look at the rust. So, and there's leak, look. So you can see, oh, see? You can see that this was bad. And that's why I'm getting that 4501 error. You can see, I got a replacement. So I'm gonna put a replacement in and see how that goes. But as you can see, look at that. It's all from the water coming down, here and getting it all rusty. So I'm gonna clean this out a little bit, put the new one in, and we'll see. But as you can see, this is the brake booster, what was causing all the issues and error codes. All right, I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, as you can see, the replacement booster is in. I haven't put the brake cylinder here, and that's going to go in there. I have all the torque specs for that, so I'll post a photo. And now I'm going to put, before I put that brake booster in, I'm going to put the, whatever this is called, the controller DSC module. So I'm going to put that in because it gives you more room to slide it in. So like I said, it's only 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, and we'll set it in place and then hand tighten the hoses here, and then I'll come back to you. Right, as you can see, this module is in. These are just hand tightened. Oh, this one's not even tightened. They're just hand tightened. Then I'm going to put the other 2 here. This is in here. So now before I tighten in the other ones, I need to tighten this down, and I need to torque this down, and then the pedal inside. As you can see, I have instructions here from BMW. So the 2 screws inside there, and show you them, those are 21 Newton meters. These screws here, these 2 here, at 21 plus or minus 3 Newton meters. And then the other one for, let me just grab it. Yeah, so this one right here for this control module, the 3 screws there, they're tightened to 8 Newton meters. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those. And I just want to show you something inside the clips. I'm gonna tighten them. John, bring them around. You see the front? Right, as you can see, that's in now. Let me just see where that is. Oops, wrong way. There, that's in now. So that screw, and then the top one there is tightened, I think 21 Newton meters, whatever the paper is. And I'm going to take a photo of those papers so you can see. And you see the clip. The clip is in now. The rod, it goes from the right to left, and so that clip is in there now. And I'm just going to torque these up, and then I'll come back to you on the torquing of the brake lines. Right, so everything's back now. I've torqued these down, and now I'm going to torque the hydraulic lines. And what I've done is I bought a set like this, and I'll show you the thing. So this sits on there nice, and you can get a nice torque on there. These are torqued to 12 Newton meters. And what I'll do is I'll show you the kit. So here's the kit here, and I'll put a link at the bottom to where I got it from. So it's got different sizes, and it's real easy to torque them, because if you try to get a regular socket on there, a hand socket, you'll never torque them right. So I'm going to go ahead and torque those down. Then I'm going to put the reservoir on top, and that's pretty much it, and I'll come back to you after. Okay. Right, so that's pretty much it. Everything's together. You can see I put this on here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bleed the brakes, because there's air, there's no fluid in here, so I'm going to bleed the whole braking system. That's another video. Again, I'm going to post some photos of all the torque specs on there on the video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Right, as you can see, I got the vacuum on now with a new booster. I got plugged in, and you see it's pulling between 700 and 600. And now if I disconnect the booster, I put my finger on it, and you see, same thing. So that's what it was a faulty booster that I'm getting that 4501 error. Then I'll plug it in. There it is. pulling on there before it reaches the EGR valve. So if I pull it in there, it should open up the EGR valve, which should have enough pressure in there now to open that up. That's what's fun. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is there's the old one. Look at that. That sits in the back here. There's no way to tell him, but it's all not allowed. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.